What if I told you Mars could have oxygen tomorrow, but you still wouldn't survive? If Mars had air like Earth, would it finally become a second home for humanity? An Earth-like sky on Mars, but with a deadly secret hidden in every breath. Mars, the red planet, cold, dry, and nearly lifeless for billions of years.
But scientists have always wondered, what if Mars had oxygen like Earth?
Oxygen, the gas that fuels life on Earth, making every breath possible. On Earth, oxygen fills about 21% of the atmosphere, perfectly balanced for life. But Mars has almost no oxygen and barely any air at all. Now imagine oxygen suddenly flooding the Martian sky. The sky turns blue, clouds begin to form, and Mars starts to look alive.
But here's the hidden truth. Oxygen alone doesn't mean survival.
Mars lacks atmospheric pressure. Without it, oxygen cannot support human life. Your body would struggle as oxygen fails to properly enter your bloodstream. For Mars to truly support oxygen, it would need a thicker atmosphere first. This could take millions of years through volcanic activity or artificial terraforming. Even if oxygen existed, and Mars' gravity is only 38% of Earth's. This would slowly weaken human bones and muscles over time. Life needs balance, oxygen, pressure, temperature, and ecosystems working together. Without plants, oxygen cannot be maintained naturally. So even with oxygen, Mars remains a dangerous and incomplete world. On Earth, every breath you take is protected by an invisible shield. But Mars lost this shield billions of years ago. Without a magnetic field, oxygen would slowly escape into space again. What if we could fix that and give Mars a protective magnetic field? Now Mars holds its atmosphere. Oxygen stays and pressure begins to rise. But temperature is another silent killer. Mars is far colder than Earth, with average temperatures below -60 degrees Celsius. Even with oxygen, your body would freeze within minutes. For life to truly exist, Mars would need oceans. And with water comes the possibility of life. Scientists believe Mars once had rivers, lakes, and maybe even oceans. But something went wrong, and Mars lost everything. The core of Mars cooled down, shutting off its magnetic field. And without protection, the sun stripped its atmosphere away. But if we reverse this process, Mars could rise again. With oxygen pressure, warmth, and protection, life could begin. But could humans truly live here without assistance? Even then, Mars would never be exactly like Earth. Because life is not just about oxygen, it's about perfect balance. And Mars still has a long way to go. Even with oxygen, Mars remains an experiment, not a true home.
Every step outside would still carry risk. unseen and silent.
Radiation still reaches the surface more easily than on Earth. Over time, this exposure could damage human DNA. So even with oxygen, Mars would still need protection systems.
Oxygen may fill the air, but safety is far more complex.
Mars is known for massive dust storms covering the entire planet.
Mars is millions of kilometers away, far from everything we know. Communication delays loneliness, and distance would shape human life here. So the real question is not, can we breathe on Mars? But can we truly live there like we do on Earth? Because life is more than air. It's a perfect system built over billions of years. And Mars is only at the beginning of that journey.
One day, Mars may become a second home for humanity.
But today, it remains a world we are still trying to understand. Oxygen alone cannot create life, but it can begin the story.
And maybe one day, we will finish what nature started.